Tehran recently admitted that it supplied drones to Moscow, but it says that the drones were supplied before the Ukraine war. Now, Ukraine and its allies are refusing to believe Iran's claims. We tell you more about this in this report.
For a while now, Iran has been accused of supplying Shahed 136 kamikaze drones to Russia. The US, UK, EU and even Switzerland have imposed sanctions on Iran for supplying the drones. Ukraine and its allies said that Russia was using the drones to target civilians and energy infrastructure. We'll take you through a timeline of the accusations. When it was first accused, Iran had rubbished the allegations.
Unfortunately, news is published that stems from political goals and largely is developed upon by Western media. Just as it has countlessly announced, the Islamic Republic of Iran is not on any side of the war between Russia and Ukraine. The Islamic Republic of Iran has not exported any weapon to any side of the war.
This denial was in mid-October. Iran said it had not exported any weapon to any side of the war. Ukraine and its allies did not believe Iran. Kiev moved to downgrade diplomatic relations with Tehran. The US imposed sanctions on Iranian drone makers. Russia said it had no information on the use of Iranian drones. Then came accusations that Iran had sent military personnel to Crimea to help Russian forces operate the drones. At the United Nations, Ukraine and its allies wanted an investigation into the origins of the drones Russia was using. Russia tried to block the investigation and said the drones it was using weren't Iranian.
No arms transfers in violation of Resolution 2231 have been ever conducted by Iran, and no drones were supplied by Iran to Russia for the use in the conflict in Ukraine. And I would recommend that you do not underestimate technological capabilities of the Russian drone industry. I can tell you, we know what we do and we know how to do it.
A few days later, Iran's foreign minister made the following statement.
We invite the Ukrainian officials to provide any evidence of this allegation in a bilateral summit of technical experts. Iran's stance on Ukraine is to not arm the parties of the war. We oppose the war in Ukraine.
Reports say that Iran plans to send missiles to Russia as well. There have been talks about further sanctions on Iran. Iran has repeatedly denied helping Russia during the war. But on Saturday, Tehran finally admitted to supplying drones to Moscow.
This fuss that has been started by the Western countries, that the Islamic Republic of Iran has provided Russia with missiles and drones to aid in the Ukraine war. The missile part is entirely false. The drone part is correct. We provided a limited number of drones to Russia many months prior to the Ukraine war. We agreed with the Foreign Minister of Ukraine for them to provide us with any evidence that Russia has been using Iranian drones in Ukraine.
There are three parts to that statement. First, that Iran admitted to supplying drones to Russia, but before the war. The next is that they supplied a limited number. Finally, that Iran still denies that Russia used the drones it provided. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky slammed the Iranian minister's statement.
By the way, official Iranian representatives have released a statement today. They have decided to admit that they did supply drones for Russian terror, but they were lying in this recognition as well. We are shooting down at least 10 Iranian drones daily, while the Iranian regime claims that it allegedly provided a few of them before the start of the full-scale invasion. Only during one day yesterday, 11 Shaheds were destroyed. We know for certain that Iranian instructors have been teaching the Russian terrorists how to use the drones, and Tehran is completely silent about it. If Iran continues to lie about the obvious, it means that the world will put even more efforts to investigate the terrorist cooperation between the Russian and Iranian regimes and what Russia pays Iran for such cooperation. In the modern world, there will be no such thing as terrorists or their accomplices going unpunished.
Iran says it supplied Russia with a limited number of drones, but reports estimate around 2,400 were sent. Iran also says there's no proof that Russia is using the drones it supplied. But Russia does not want the UN to investigate the drone wreckage. As things stand, the accusations of Tehran helping Moscow are going to keep getting louder. West Asia Bureau, WION World is One.